Bless you. Let's get back into it. We're talking about God's people, a stiff-necked people, and God is just gonna he gonna deal with us with a heavy hand. He's not gonna let up. It's gonna be the way God wanted, not the way you want it. You know. So let's go. Hebrew 12:6. Hebrews 12:6-11. And it reads, "For whom the Lord loves, he chastens and scourges every son who he receives." You know, God, he loves us. That's why he had to spank that behind sometime. Will God get somebody else to do it? Yes, he will. If you endure chastening, God deals with you as with sons. For what son is there whom a father does not chasten? I mean, if you want kids to be upright and upstanding and up statue, and up substance, I mean, you're going to have to spank that behind sometime. But if you are without chastening, of which all have become partakers, then you are illegitimate and not sons. It's like we got to walk in obedience, not disobedience. Black man, your problem, you walk in disobedience. That's why things is, not working. You need to turn that around and walk in obedience. Furthermore, we have had human fathers who correct us, and we paid them respect. Shall we not much more readily be in subjection to the Father of spirits and lie? I remember when I was growing up, see my dad, he used to tear that behind up. You got out of line, you got a spanking, and you were obedient for months because you remember that spanking. But it's the same with our Heavenly Father. It ain't nothing changed. It's just more in depth when you're talking the Heavenly Father. I mean, it's deeper. It's more serious, more relevant. Because God is taking us somewhere. Furthermore, we have had human fathers who corrected us, and we paid them respect. See that word respect? We respect our earthly fathers, our human fathers. So if you're going to respect your human father, surely you should respect your heavenly Father. Shall we not much more readily be in subjection to the Father of spirits and live? For there indeed for a few days chasten us as seemed best to them, but he for our profit, that we may be partaker of his holiness. God wants us to walk in holiness, and the way we're going to walk in holiness is through obedience. You're not going to walk in holiness in your disobedience. Holiness comes from obedience, not disobedience. And that's where God is taking us, and that's what this chastising is about. Now, no chastening seems to be joyful for the present, but painful nevertheless afterwards. It yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness of those who have been trained by it. I mean, we're going to have, this is what it says, we're going to have the peaceful fruit of righteousness through God's chastising us. And black man, especially you, this goes for all races, but especially black men. God can do this all day with you. Spank that behind. He ain't got no problem. He said we can do this all day, all year, for the next 5, 10 years, 20 years. He gonna get that behind. So wisdom needs to kick in, black man, and you need to just walk in obedience, Spare yourself, because you're not gonna win against God. The best thing to do is surrender. God bless you. I want to pick this up talking about stiff-necked people, how the black man needs to transition from being disobedient to obedience. And then once we walk in obedience, we can have our own movie companies. Our own, how could you say, blackout burgers? Our own, if you sold, your own clothing company, build your own automobiles, your own grocery stores, digging wells and, just infinity, buying islands. We need to buy some islands, But it's going to come through obedience. It didn't come down to we need to have our own movie company. Make our own movies. Our own every kind of business. Our own security company. Owning your own security company. Infinity. No matter what type of business you in, whatever, you're a counselor, have your own practice. You're a lawyer, have your own firm. You're a surgical technician, contract your own work. It came down to we need our own business, our own everything. Go and be blessed, people of God.